In electrostatics lesson 28, the previous one, uh, we derived the expression for electric potential due to a uniformly charged ring. In the previous one, a ring was charged, uniformly charged. Total charge on it was Q, radius R, uh, and at a distance x on the axis. Here we derived the electric potential V as kq over x square plus r square square root of that. This is what we derived in the previous lecture. Now let us find the potential, electric potential, on the axis of a disk. This time it is a disk carrying uniform surface charge density sigma. Means sigma is the charge per unit area of the disk at a point P, which is at a distance x from the center of the disk, and hence find the electric field at P. We have found out potential due to a ring as this in the previous lecture 28, where Q was the total charge on the ring, R the radius of the ring, x was equal to your axial distance from the center where V is calculated, and your V here, electric potential, it was derived like this, kq, where k is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is the total charge distributed uniformly. X square plus r square square root of that is the distance, this distance or this distance, means any point on the ring is at this distance from the point P. Now let us go to the disk. Electric potential due to a disk. Now we have a disk. Now look, this is a disk. So you can imagine a disk can be imagined to be consisting of many rings. How? For example, this is a ring surrounded by another ring, 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 surrounded by another, so on. So, surrounded by rings of increasing radius. So, what is a disk is nothing but a concentric rings. These are all concentric rings where the radius is increasing from 0 to r, and we get a disk like this. So that concept we will use. So this part is a disk. The radius is capital R. Now from here at a distance small r, I consider this portion, this black portion, which is like a ring of thickness of this thickness. This thickness is equal to a dr, which I will explain. Now from here at a distance x, so if this is r, this is x, then this ring, this part of the ring from the point P is at a distance x square plus r square square root of that, r square plus x square of square root of that. Now what do I do is, I take out this part, I take out this part, I take out this black part, this black part of radius r, and cut it here, cut it and stretch it. So by cutting it from here, if I bring this end to this side and this end to this side, I will get a strip like this. Since this is r, the circumference is 2 pi r, means from here to here the length is 2 pi r and the thickness is dr. So this area, that is same thing as this black area, that is the area of the ring. The area will be length into breadth, 2 pi r into dr, 2 pi r into dr. Now area of the disk, the whole disk, is pi r square. We will not use this, we will use this. And it is given sigma is equal to surface charge density, that is charge per unit area. Charge per unit area. Now area of this ring is this much. On unit area we have charge is sigma. So in this much area, 2 pi r in dr area, we will have charge sigma into 2 pi r dr. Therefore charge on the ring, which is shaded here, this is this dq, let this charge is called dq, will be sigma 2 pi r dr. Now potential due to a ring is potential due to a ring we derived earlier, V is equal to kq over square root of x square plus r square. Now this disk is made up of many rings, one ring like this, another ring like this, another ring like this, and we have considered this particular ring and the charge on it is this much. So due to this, the contribution of this ring to the potential here is dV will be k charge in the ring divided by x square plus r square square root of that. Potential is k into charge, k charge. Here it is charge in the ring divided by a distance x square r square square root. So here it is x square r square square root. Now dq is the charge in the ring, so I substitute for dq this much. Now so this 2 cancels with this, pi also cancels, so I am left here, I am left with 1 by 2 epsilon naught sigma r dr over this. Now therefore since the disk is made up of many rings, this disk is made up of many rings, one ring like this, another, so on up to this, then and each ring will contribute to some potential here. So the total potential is V is equal to integration of dV from 0 to r, from 0 to r. If you with this limit from 0 to r, then all the rings will be included. Now for dV, which I just derived here, 1 by 2 epsilon naught sigma r dr over this, I substitute it here, 1 by 2 epsilon naught sigma r dr this from 0 to r, so that all the rings are included. Now sigma is constant, 2 epsilon naught is constant, is taken out, integration of this. How it is this is explained here. Now look, let x square plus r square, let t is equal to this much. So differentiating both sides, dt by dr is dx square over dr plus dr square over dr. X is a constant because p is a given point, so its derivative, this is equal to 0. 2 comes here, the power of r reduces by 1, so it becomes 2r. So dt over dr is this. So cross multiplying dt, derivative of t is equal to 2r this. Now bring this 2 to this side, so dt over 2 is equal to r dr. So for this x square plus r square, which I have taken it as t, so t square root of that, square root of t. Now on the numerator I have r dr. So for r dr I put dt by 2, dt by 2. Sigma is already taken common. So now so sigma, now this 2 comes outside because it is a constant, so it becomes sigma by 4 epsilon naught. So I am left with dt over square root of t. Now I change the limit from x square to r square plus x square. So sigma by 4 epsilon naught x square to r square plus x square. So this becomes t to the power minus 1 by 2 dt. Now that is equal to sigma by 4 epsilon naught. Now this power increases by 1 and it's divided by the same number. The limit of integration x square to r square plus x square. Now this becomes minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Now this is same thing as t to the power 1 by 2. This is the limit of integration. Now this t, so this comes outside. So sigma by 4 epsilon naught 2 by 1. Here I am left with, this is a constant, is taken out. The 2 comes here, 2 comes in the numerator, so it comes like this. So t to the power 1 by 2, its value from x square to r square plus x square. So I started from here. So now I arrived at v is equal to sigma, this 2 cancels with 2, sigma by 2 epsilon naught within bracket r square plus x square, square root of that, this limit, minus here if I put x square, square root of that is x. So this is the potential due to the uniformly charged disk at a point P. Now the electric field. So electric field E is the negative differential of V with respect to x, because it will be along the x-axis. So putting this value of V, the potential here and differentiating, we get E is equal to this much, and this is along x-axis.